Good afternoon, everybody. How is work going? We are in the middle of the week already. Hope you've been able to achieve your goals for the week or some of your goals for the week. Okay, so here I'm going to use the pattern we cut to trace out my curve on wording. I already transferred the pattern on my fabric. So on my fabric I've added the sewing allowance, so the shape and the size has changed because of the same allowance and the joining allowance. So this is my bust point. I already notched it on the fabric. So you notched it you mark it out on your wording too. This is the under bust and this is the upper bust mark. So you can see I've already marked them out. So I'm going to join it. I'm going to use it to cut out the wording. Like I said in one of the classes that I don't use ready-made cup because of the peculiar shape of our bust, of our body and everything. So this has been working for me. This is what I use and it has been working for me, and here is how I do it. Can you see I already traced out the tip? So I'm going to add, ordinarily the circumference should have been 4, but I'm not going to use 4. I will add like 1.5 inches. So ordinarily it's all to stop here, but you can see that it's small. My 4 inches is small. So my 4 inches is small for the cup. So I'm going to add like 2 inches, or no, I'm going to add like 1.5 inches so that I don't give artificial bust to the client. And I'm going to join it round. If your hand is not straight, please use your cuff to mark it round. You can use your butt cuff to mark it round. Can you see? So this is how to cut it. This is the under bust part, this is the upper bust part, and this is the side, and I'm going to cut it out now. I like to use my biro to mark it because it will show. And note that I mark the gumming point. That is where I usually mark, so that the marking will not show on the right side. It will not show on the right side. So you also notch it, not the bust point on the. I'm going to use this one to trace out another one in order to save time. I will also cut it out. And notch 2. So we have 4. We have wording for the 2 bust side. Can you give me a pin, please? So I'm going to use my pin to hold it. I don't like to iron it. I like to hold it with pin, because if you iron, most times it shifts. So I use steam iron, so it applies pressure on the wording, and so it shifts from its original position. So I've learned to use pin, and I use pin a lot to hold my fabric. together. Because I use the other one to trace out this one, so this one appears to be a bit bigger than the other one. Please make sure you trim off the excesses. So here is it. Can you see? Okay, now let me do the center front. This is how I also do it. I'm marking on this, on the gumming side, remember. So I'm working with the I'm working with the underbust marking, just like I marked the other one. I don't like to waste material, so that's why I'm trying to place it in such a way that it will not waste wording. Trace it out. Please bring the camera closer. So also remember to mark out the notching, the bust points where you notch in your fabric. So here we have it. I'm going to cut it out now, but before I cut it out, I would like to divide it into halves. Okay, this is 8, so I'm going to mark the middle, which is 4. Here is 8 1/4, 8 3/4. So I'm going to divide it into 2 and mark out the arm. This is 13. Mark out the half 2. Join it together. Join the marking. Now, another thing I discovered is though a lot of us started this way, some of us have outgrown this method of placing the whole wording at the front like this. But me, I don't do it like that anymore. What I do is to carve out a cup-like shape, like curve. Hope you're following. Can you see? I remember one day one of my students said, see butterfly. So anytime you are doing it, just remember before you draw that, okay, you want to draw butterfly like something. So you cut it out. So you cut it out. And you have it. This one looks bigger, so I'm still going to trim it so that at least it will be equal somehow. Okay. This is what you're going to get. And by the time you join it, you're going to have a cup like bustier. Hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you. And there's another thing I would like to tell you. If you notice, I already put my interfacing, also known as este. It's solidified the fabric. You understand? It makes the fabric stand very well. It helps and needs top-notch finishing. So thank you and God bless you.